Hey guys, what's up? This is Shards talking. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the second video about the Cave of the Armor Holy Stones. The first part I was explaining how to fast farm here, and now I'll be talking about some other stuff. Which stones you should be aiming for, how to, well, efficiently farm the shards, and what you should be doing with your pickaxes. Well, let's start with the first question. How many stones do you need? Before we delve into that, we need to check the different types of stones we have in the game, because there's a lot. There's a lot, but there's a lot of useless stones as well, so that's why we need to talk and discuss this. And now that we are here on the menu, I suggest you go to Sort and Filter first, and click on Type. It will be easier to understand which type of holy stones you have. Especially because all of them start with Abate, and when you go look on them here, you only see Abate and you don't know what else has on the name of the stones. So by clicking on this, you can long press the first stone. It always starts with stones that are related to HP. The first one is critical HP. I don't like this one because you need to reach critical HP and it's 20% of your total HP. So before you hit that point, you are losing potential reduction in your damage. It's not a good one. So after this one, they will have the full HP one, and the full HP one is only when you are on full HP. I also don't like this one. Some people will say that it's useful for characters that already have high G defense. High G defense is a passive that increases your resistance to damage by sometimes 15%, sometimes more, sometimes 20%. And using this is like having a larger effect to your character original passive. But I don't like it, especially because when your character is not on full HP anymore, you have no type of damage reduction on your character, because you are always depending on having him on full HP. And this one can only reach 15% in decrease for damage. That's lower than the critical one, but like I said, the critical one is very bad. So let's just keep going so you can see. After the HP related ones, we have the ones that are related to dual types. That's either sun and shadow. You can see here there's another one that is lightning and shadow. There's a combination of two different damage types, and it can only get up to 10% damage reduction. These stones are useless, totally useless, because there is one stone that it's called Abate ALL that will reduce all types of damage by 10%. So now we are finally on the point where we have a single damage type. Abate Shadow is one that could be useful, but I don't know if everyone needs this type of stones that increases resistance against only one type of damage, because you will need more of the stones for challenges, and also, you know, for Robin Cup, maybe for Zwig, if you are still having trouble with that. And usually there's way too many different types of attacks coming from your enemy, so you cannot just force and choose a single one. Well, depends on the type of bosses, but if you are thinking for future content, you may get this if you are a hardcore player. If you are not a hardcore player, forget about this. Even semi-hardcore players, as you can see on the image here, I do not suggest going for one type of holy stones. You see a lot of different ones, you know, only one for shadow, one for sun, lightning, cold, heat, pierce, and blunt, slash, but I still don't think those stones are that good. So we are finally on the most important one of them all. We have Abate ALL, and this is where I start explaining how important this one is. As you can see again from the image on the left, I suggest for a casual player to only aim for Abate ALL Stones. If you are a very casual player, get 5 of this one, upgrade them to the max that you can. You can even stop on rank number 8 if you don't farm too much in the game, but only invest on Abate ALL, because it reduces damage taken by 10% from all damages. It makes the dual types completely obsolete. Just forget about that. So Abate ALL is the best one. You should invest on them. I already invested on 2. I already have them maxed, but I've explained that it's not a good decision to invest very early on your farming. And if you are a player that is considered semi-hardcore, I would suggest you getting 9 of it. And why 9? It's just that, well, there's Robin Cup where you can use 90 characters, but there's also different equipments that you can use those Holy Stones. Like, let's set Holy Stones here, and you can just go to your armors. And usually I am switching between 9 different armors. I have 4 Stardust Robe. I actually need 5, I believe, in the future, because there are times where I use 5 mages. And most of the time I use 4 physical attackers and 1 mage. So I usually have a need for 9 or 10 equipments, because Harmonia Suite is not on all of my formations. But, like I said, you need to have at least 9 if you consider Robin Cup, or if you don't want to keep changing your equipment. If you only go for 5, you have to keep changing. If you are using a squad that only uses magical attacks, you will just equip it on your mage's equipment, like Stardust Robe. And then when you want to switch to a physical squad, you have to just revert the stones by going here manually, because you don't have a way to do this by the party menu, and just change it all again. So for convenience, it's better to get 9, okay? And now we will be talking about the hardcore goal. The hardcore goal that thinks about the future and wants to have the best possible resources in the game. You will have to just build all of those single damage type stones. And then, well, you have to farm for a lot. And I mean, huge lot. I will not be doing this for now. I believe I will just go for 9, and if I still have time, I will build some more. But for now, just go for Abate ALL. That's my first aim. This event keeps coming back, and also you get more stages that are harder, but they also drop more resources, allowing us to farm better and farm faster. So don't go crazy trying to get all the stones, because as you can see here, it's 49 stones for a hardcore player that wants to have everything. Okay, now we are back on the Cave of Armor Holy Stones. I said that the best place for you to farm is here on stage number 10. And one thing that I need to say again is don't go and do the Holy Stone Excavation. There are people saying that, well, you should probably do Holy Stone Excavation because you only want the Abates. But there's a very low chance to get Abate ALL Stone. And what you do is just keep retrying and keep farming stage number 10 until you get at least your Abate ALL. It can be level 1, doesn't really matter. Why do I say that? I will explain how many shards you need to upgrade between the 3 different goals. It's a lot. I use it 150k to just make it easier to calculate. So 5 means you need to go for 750k shards. It's a lot, man. It's a huge lot. And now just give a look on goal number 3 for hardcore players. 7,350k shards. That's a lot. So why are you trying to get that many shards? You will get all the different Holy Stones you want. I'm pretty sure of that. I already have 3 of the Abate ALL. And I only have enough for 2 Abate ALL Stones to be maxed. I only have like 100k shards. So what I can do is just, every time I get some pickaxes, I go here. Just remember, you cannot get more than 9,999. That's the max that you can wield for any different time. So before you get to 9,000, go here, just do some runs for shards. And hopefully you get more shards, because if you only rely on the stage drop for shards, you'll go crazy. You'll never hit that amount of shards. Let's see if we got some good. Oh, we got 50k. That's pretty nice. So now we are back here on the forge. Let's go to enchants option. We'll go here on sell. I want to explain how to sell some of your Holy Stones that you won't be using. If you are here for the hardcore grinding, just go and search for the Abate Shadow Stone. Abate Shadow, yes. On Abate Shadow, it starts with the good stones. They are the single damage type ones, and in the end you see the Abate ALL Stones. So don't select Shadow, but you can select all the other stones and sell all of their for shards. Yeah, let's just click on all of them. I don't think that it will give you enough to build one single stone to max, but it still helps. It also reduces the amount of stones you have in your inventory, because having too many will just confuse you anyway. Yes, almost 60k. Good, we got some shards. Now let's just go here on enchants. We'll be enchanting Abate ALL Stones. So you have to type all. You have to type all with an A capital. And choose one of the stones that you want to increase. And guys, let's do something very fast here. We have 245k shards. And I do believe that we'll be spending around 150k, like I said, going from rank 1. Let's just do this right now. Nora give you 100% increase, so you get a level up and you get even more experience for your next level. That's useful, especially when you are on the end of it. So we had 245k on the start. Let's see how much we'll have on the end. You can click a lot of times here to make it faster, skip some animations. It's usually 6 multiple times to get one level up, at least for me. Nora has a very low chance of appearing. I believe it's 1%. But you always get at least some more points instead of just 10 points. And it certainly helps. Rank number 8 is for the very casual players. You can stop here if you want. We are on rank 9. Last level usually uses a lot. And as you can see, we use it exactly 150k shards. Exactly. So our counts here are precise. This is exactly how much shards you need. And now I'm back for my grinding. I just have to keep playing on stage number 10 till I get more of the Abate ALL Stones, more pickaxes, more shards to keep progressing and upgrading my stones. So now we are looking on my Holy Stone guide that I published it on a blog that I have. I will be giving the link on the description of the video. This one explains how the Holy Stone event works and how much shards you need when you have a stone that's already on a high level, like getting a level 8 to level 10, how much you usually need. It also explains the drop rate of the stage number 10, how many shards you can get, how many precious stones you can get, how many pickaxes, and how the excavation works, how many you get by doing 1000 pickaxes runs against 100 pickaxes runs. Do not need to use this 100 pickaxes runs because the 1000 is the same thing multiplied by 10. And it also has information about the weapon Holy Stones. I'll be making a new version that only talks about the armor Holy Stones, but when I do it, it will be here on the sidebar. Well, that's it. Now let's just get back into the game. And after all of this, after you farm a lot of stuff, you can get some pickaxes for free here. Don't forget about this. You can purchase more than once, but it's limited. I do believe that the armor Holy Stone farming is a little less grinding than the weapon one, but not by a huge margin. It's still a very grinding event. And if you don't get everything that you want right now, don't worry, this event will come back and you have more time to do it later. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you all for watching this video. Please give a like here or comment something on the comment box. If you want to support the channel, you can use the links here on the description of the video. We see each other on the next one. Bye.